Wait, Buck, since we're in a harbor, I might be able to pinpoint where Bikini Bottom is. Right, and we can get you back home that way. SpongeBob looked at the device to see where they were. It seems like there's no sign of Bikini Bottom, but... Wait a minute, Sodor's in this universe? Sodor? What's that? That's the island where my friend Thomas lives. If we can get back to Sodor, we can take the magic buffers back to Bikini Bottom. Of course, and maybe I could use the magic buffers to get back to the Lost World. Exactly, Buck. The question is, how are we gonna get to Sodor? We're in a harbor. There has to be a boat willing to take us. Then they heard a whistle. Sodor, where's that? Said a voice. And there was a little tugboat motoring towards them. Hello, little tugboat. My name is SpongeBob, and this is my friend Buck. Hello there. My name is Theodore. I'm a tugboat. Nice to meet you, Theodore. Maybe you can help us with something. Of course. What can I do for you two? We're looking for an island called Sodor. Do you know where that is? Sodor? I don't believe I've ever heard of that place before. I have, said a voice that made the three jump. Oh, sorry, Theodore. I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, that's okay, George. Say, you said you've heard of the Island of Sodor? Oh yeah, I've been there lots of times. How far is it? All the way across the ocean. Off the coast of the United Kingdom, to be more specific. The United Kingdom? That's very far away. Would you be able to take us there, Theodore? I'm afraid I can't, SpongeBob. I'm not an ocean tug. I am. I can give you a ride there. Thank you, George. And with that, SpongeBob and Buck hopped on board. But as George was about to start, there was a loud noise. Bother! I've broken down. I'm sorry, you two, but it looks like you're gonna have to find another tugboat. That's a bummer. Are there any other available tugboats? Emily's away on an important job in France. Fodak is our safety tug, so he's not allowed to leave. And Hank is like me, a harbor tug. But how are we gonna get to Sodor? I'll tell you what, after I take George to the repair dock, I'll take you and Buck to see the dispatcher. He'll know what to do. Okay, we'll head over there then. With SpongeBob and Buck on board Theodore, the little tugboat towed his bigger friend George to the repair dock. After he took George to the repair dock, Theodore took SpongeBob and Buck to the Great Ocean Tug and Salvage Company dock. Two other tugboats were also there. Hi, Theodore, said one. Who are your new friends? Hi, Hank. These are my new friends, SpongeBob and Buck. It's very nice to meet you, Hank. My name is SpongeBob. My name is Fodak, said the other tug. So you're Fodak. You must be the harbor safety tug. Yes, I am. We're looking for an island called Sodor. Do either of you know about it? Sodor? I don't believe I've ever been there before. Neither have I, but I've heard stories about it from George. We were just talking to him and he was about to take us to Sodor, but he broke down. He broke down, huh? I told him not to exert himself over that tanker, but as usual, he never listens. Well, that's why we're here, to talk to the dispatcher to see if he can help SpongeBob and Buck get back to Sodor. What's this you say about an island called Sodor? Theodore told the dispatcher about SpongeBob and Buck. I see. Well, I just received word that George has broken down, and Emily's away in France, and Fodak is our safety tug, so all of the ocean tugs are unavailable. As the dispatcher thought, Theodore worried. And so did SpongeBob. Theodore, the dispatcher said at last, do you think you're ready to become an ocean tug? The question startled Theodore. Me? Consider this adventure your final task. If you pass, you will become an ocean tug and get your very own V-word. Now Hank was getting excited. Come on, Theodore, this could be your big chance. Theodore hesitated for a moment. He then looked at SpongeBob. He could see that the little sponge was worried. Theodore then made his decision. "All right, I'll do it." "Excellent, Theodore. Your journey will begin first thing in the morning. That is all." "Well, since you guys will be here for the night, do you want to join us for storytelling time?" "Why, of course. Who doesn't love a good story?" "Oh, yes, I love stories." That evening, SpongeBob, Buck, and the Tugs all told stories for storytelling time. And when night fell, everyone was preparing to sleep. Even SpongeBob and Buck. The next morning, Theodore got up bright and early. "Are you ready for our trip to Sodor, SpongeBob?" "As ready as I'll ever be. Are you ready, Buck?" "I'm always ready for an adventure." SpongeBob and Buck hopped on board and Theodore sailed away. At first, Theodore was nervous. He had been out of the harbor before, but he had never been past Blandford Buoy. But with SpongeBob and Buck comforting him, the little tugboat eventually became more comfortable knowing he had company with him. But once he was out in the middle of the ocean, he became nervous again. "Quick question, SpongeBob. Do you know where Sodor is exactly?" "Let me check the device." And SpongeBob checked his device. According to the device, it looks like Sodor is somewhere east. And right now we're just outside of Canada. East? Well, which way is east? I would say about that way. Okay, and Theodore turned into the direction SpongeBob was pointing at. Along the way, the three ran into lots of creatures such as whales, dolphins, and even a great white shark. But along with the good stuff, something bad was about to come as well. Dark clouds loomed over the ocean. There was about to be a storm. "I'm not liking the look of those clouds. I think we should turn back." "I think we should stop somewhere. SpongeBob, where's the nearest piece of land?" SpongeBob tried to look at the device, but it failed him. "Barnacles, there's no signal." "Well, it looks like we're gonna have to try and survive the storm. Hang on, you two." "Who knows? With any luck, maybe the storm might not hit us." But Buck was wrong. The storm did hit, and it got worse. Winds of up to 70 miles per hour blew, and the waves got bigger. Theodore fought the high tides as he climbed up the waves, while SpongeBob and Buck hung on for dear life, trying not to fly off the tugboat. Then a huge wave crashed on top of Theodore, but despite this, he hung on for dear life. Buck and SpongeBob found it hard to see through the storm, but Theodore saw a piece of land and didn't hesitate to run toward it. Then another huge wave broke on top of him. Lucky for Theodore, the wave pushed him towards the land, where he was eventually beached. By this point, Buck and SpongeBob were drenched, and the impact of Theodore getting beached caused them to fly off of him and land on the shore. It wasn't until the next morning when the two woke up. By then, the storm had passed. "Oh, where are we?" SpongeBob said in a daze. "Say, SpongeBob, what does that sign say?" The sign says, "Sodor Railway, really reliable and right on time. Sorry for delays during repairs. We are making this a better railway. Signed, Sir Topham Hatt." "We made it, Buck! We made it to Sodor!" "That's nice and all, but how am I supposed to get back to the big harbor?" Then they heard a whistle in the distance. "It's Thomas! He can help us!" But when they saw Thomas, something wasn't right. "Thomas, why do you look so different?" But that's a story for another day.